NIO's competitors' Tofu quality cars has been exposed once again. Once again. And I don't really like to bash on this company, but if their cars were safe, then I wouldn't really be bashing on them. So what happened? So this car, all right, before I show you the video, this car at 15 kilometers per hour ran into a wall, and apparently the anti-collision beam broke at that speed, 15 kilometers per hour. That should not ever happen, all right? Hands down. Should not ever happen. And guys, if the car was safe, I wouldn't really be making these kind of informative videos. But their cars, I want to say this first, their cars are very comfortable, all right, very luxurious. You sit in them, it feels very nice, very spacious, has nice fridge, nice screen. I love it as a camper van, all right? So if you're just parking on the road and you're sitting inside that, like what I'm doing right now, car parked, I'd rather be in that car, okay? But to drive that car fast, like a camper van, you would not drive a camper van really fast. It would be very dangerous. For that car, in my opinion, I would also not drive it very fast because I don't really feel that comfortable driving it that fast with its questionable safety. This company, of course, you guys probably already know, Li Auto, all right? So, yes, in the parking lot, 15 kilometers per hour, ran into the wall, anti-collision beam broke. And that's the damage, 15 kilometers per hour, and it's been confirmed. Okay. The good thing is, just yesterday they launched the Li Auto L6, all right, which I gotta say looks much better in terms of design. I think it's the best looking Li Auto out there. All right, my favorite Li Auto out of all the other Li Autos. I think the Auto L7 would take second place. Li Auto L9 was a little bit ugly because especially the rear end kind of looked weird. But the L6 I think is the best looking Li Auto out there. And what's very interesting is that during this launch event, they really emphasized safety. And they also did a crash test, all right, as part of the launch event, along with a Ito car. And Ito being their main competitor, right? Ito has been stealing a lot of sales because Ito's doing the same formula that Li Auto does. And one could say Ito does it better, all right? EREV, electric vehicle with a gas generator, a big, spacious, comfortable fridge, and then big screens, and then Ito, which is, sort of like partnered with Huawei. They're essentially Huawei. They also got good phone interoperability. So there's good connectivity with the phone, with the Huawei phones. So they've been selling a lot and selling more than Li Auto. So during the launch event, they really emphasized safety, and they did a crash test with both cars, which is kind of interesting. And they just spent a long time emphasizing the strength of the A, B, C, D pillars, really, really strong. They did that because there has been a lot of sound and a lot of virality in the recent months about the A, B, C pillars not holding up when Li Auto's vehicles crash. We've seen several situations of this happening, and where they run into a tree branch and the A pillar and B pillar is gone, the passenger is gone, the fridge and screen still there, and it's just very, very odd. It's very, very odd. And of course, Li Auto's way of tackling this, instead of improving the car, they censored everything, right? So in China, if I made this video here in China as a Chinese video, it would get taken down 100%. All right. Actually, I made several videos like this in the past. It got taken down. And within 2 or 3 days, it's taken down. Instead of making the product safer, they do censorship. But now they actually did try to make the product safer with the emphasis on safety with the L6 launch, which is very, very good. I think this is a step in the right direction. And that would make me more comfortable driving it at higher speeds if I had that car. But that crash test was very, very dubious, all right? Very, very off. The reasoning is because they ran into a truck. The previous few accidents, there were some accidents where the Li Auto vehicles ran into a truck and then the pillars, A, B pillars did not hold up, yada, yada, yada. So they did that experiment, run into a truck, but as you can clearly see, the front of the car took the brunt of the collision and not the A pillars. They were trying to prove that the A pillars and B pillars were really strong. There's no like bending or whatsoever, but the front of the car took most of the collision force. All right, it crashed into the wheels. So this test proves nothing. All right, it proves nothing. It doesn't prove that your A pillars are stronger. All right, it proves absolutely nothing. But we'll have to take their word for it. Seeing that there's been so many of these accidents going on where some of the passengers did not make it out alive. Clearly, they're gonna change things for the better. So I'm gonna take their word for it. I'm gonna say myself that this car is definitely gonna be safer. All right. But interestingly, Li Auto's sales have been declining, and a lot of that has to do with all these bad bad voices and bad things, bad videos about the product, not really being safe, and their way of censorship and just pushing everything down. It works, but it's not 100%. And you can see it's reflected in the decrease in sales numbers, right? And obviously with the Li Auto Mega delivering 265 last week, their entry into the pure EV age clearly isn't working out too well, okay? And I see they're really trying desperately to turn things around and really emphasize safety, which I think is a very, very good step. And they definitely do have a lot of money on hand, and they can definitely do a lot of good R&D work and hopefully not compromise on safety and make their products good. I mean, they should get their car NCAP safety rating tested, all right? Over in Europe, NCAP, they should absolutely do that. And I think that's going to help them out a lot. People are still buying their cars, all right? People don't make that mistake. People are still buying their cars. They're selling more than NIO because, it has everything people want. Comfortable seats, big screen, nice fridge, very spacious, easy to drive because it's an EV. So you got pretty good power, but you also don't have the range anxiety, right? Everything sounds good, right? Except maybe the safety is questionable, right? So they are still selling well, but it's becoming more and more apparent that people are realizing that perhaps something's off, right? 15 kilometers per hour, just a gentle tap onto the wall, yeah, and that causes the anti-collision beam to break in half. What is it made of, man? You gotta tell us what it's made of, man. Jesus, because I need to start selling that material to the enemy so that they can use that for their tanks. Yeah. But yes, I know I've been a little bit harsh, and this is all just drama here in China. And if you guys do have range anxiety here in China, definitely do buy their cars. They're fantastic, comfortable cars to sit in. The screens, my wife loves their cars. All right. My wife, I've test driven the L7. They say miles more comfortable than my car. And I'll give them that win. And that is one of their advantages. Every car has their pros and cons, and their pro is clearly comfort and customer experience, I guess, inside the car. Really, really good. All right, so I want to end it on a good note, not just constant bashing, but also something good about their products. But would I ever buy their cars? I wouldn't. I'm sticking to pure EVs. I'm sticking to NIO battery swap. I wouldn't, but maybe you would. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.